Hello and welcome to another update video. Today we want to talk about BIIB, Biogen. It's a stock that was requested by one of our subscribers. So I want to label this here together for you. Probably wouldn't have looked at it without a request. So we take a look at this. It's an interesting one. Oops, it's an interesting one. That's why I make a video about it as well. And also because I want to talk a little bit more about stocks on this channel. And yeah, if you're interested in daily updates about the S&P 500, regular updates about stocks, feel free to join us in our more trading online stocks and S&P 500 service. You'll find the link in the description. In the basic membership, we have the S&P 500 daily updates and video updates, as well as 20 stocks are updated every week. It's updated at least once. Yeah. There were 20 stocks. In the higher tiers, we have additional stocks, and Biogen is one that I look at today, which is not included in the base, let's say the basic set of stocks, but in the advanced and in professional ones. So anyway, let's take a look at it. It's an interesting because I mean I'm looking here at the 4-day chart, so you see the entire chart. Looked at it today, labeled it, thought about what is this in the beginning. In the primary scenario, this is an A wave for me. Okay, I thought about different structures. Is it a 1-2, 1-2, which would be super bullish? No, it just doesn't add up looking at the proportions. Look, if we take the length of the first A wave, compare it with the length of the C wave here, then yeah, you see it's the same length. Essentially, it's the 100% extension, crystal clear ABC structure. Then we have a B wave pullback, so the first deeper pullback. And now it's a C wave that's likely unfolding. And it seems like that this wave 1 was a leading diagonal. That's how I see it. So a leading diagonal is obviously a 5-wave move itself. So we have a wave 1, we have a wave 2. Possibly here or here we can debate where exactly the third topped. Not so important. Then a 4th and a bit of an extended 5th wave there. At least quite extended time-wise, and there you go. We have our 5-wave leading diagonal, then quite a sharp pullback in a wave 2. Important is that a wave 2 does not break below the beginning of the wave 1, which would have been here at $19.30. So the wave 2 obviously bottomed at $34.70. Then a third wave rallied and has likely topped in 2015. That's, if we take a look at Fibonacci extensions, see it topped at basically the area between the 1.618 extension and the 200% extension. It's quite bullish. Yeah, it's not an unusual extension, but it is a little bit extended, which is quite bullish. Then a 4th wave pullback, which might be complete. I currently primarily see this pullback as complete. It's not entirely confirmed. I would say we can be leaning towards, okay, the correction is done, but we'll take a look at that on the smaller time frame. I can tell you that the wave 4, certainly with this overshooting B wave, can be counted technically complete, because this could have been an A wave, B wave, overshooting B wave, and a C wave down. So that's how I see this, and the B wave itself is a nice 3-wave move. That all adds up. Yeah, and now it's getting interesting. By the way, also the support level is holding. Typically an ideal target for such a 4th wave is the 38.2 retracement. Well, it sort of didn't really reach it, but it's the entire box normally. So between the 23.6 fib level, which is a very weak 4th wave, and the 50%, which is a very deep wave 4, anywhere. Technically, they can find support, these wave 4s. As long as the 123.94 level is holding down there, I would still keep the door open for another high, because as long as that's the case, we can look at it as an impulsive wave to the upside. Typically, a target for a C wave is between the 100% extension and the 161.8%. So essentially we can take the length of that A wave of wave 4 and compare it with the length of the C wave, and as long as it sort of is within that, it's all good as well. And it basically reacted to the area between the 100% extension and the 123.6. So again, it's ideal. It's done what it needs to do. Fine. Most importantly, we've seen a first impulse to the upside. I wanna point that out. Yeah, that is interesting. So essentially, what we're looking for is always as an indication that something's bottomed. It's a 5-wave move. So I've got here a 1, a 2, 3, 4, 5. So this actually took place, yeah, I mean, over the course of a year. Yeah. So it looks quite short here, but it actually took place over the course of a year. 5-wave move up, and now it's getting interesting. 3-wave pullback, A, B, C. So I could call that potentially a 1-2 setup. One, 2, 3, 4, 5. Right. And yeah, we could say that as long as this last swing low there from, when was it? November 23 is holding, that was at 221.40. So it gives you a very tight stop. The idea is maybe a third wave has started. And if we talk about possible target for a third wave, but that's obviously the condition, right? I mean, if that level breaks, it's gone. But we from here target for the third. Where's the third wave? Actually, I think I moved it too high. Yeah, way too high. Minimally, I like to see $431. Then we should get a wave 4 and a wave 5, which might reach 530, maybe a bit more. And that could reach this larger target box. So we're going to talk about that in a minute, but that would probably take a few years to get there. Anyway, this is quite bullish, okay? In an environment where the S&P 500 might top out soon, I'm looking for stocks that actually have quite a bullish posture. So of course, no guarantee it's gonna move against the broader market, but it's something to watch for. And then on the micro level, I could even say that here from this November 23 low, I can recognize a potential 5-wave pattern. So that's also bullish. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that might be another 1, 2 setup. So really short term, there's even a small support zone that we could look at. Here, between 243 and 230. So as long as 230 is holding, it is reasonable to assume that circle wave 2 bottomed in November. And then we can look for this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then we take it from there. Obviously, you know, that's how it then develops further. Talking about target for this smaller degree third wave, I mean, assuming the smaller degree wave 2 bottomed, again, too early to confirm, but just to give you some levels here between 305 and 329. That's sort of what I see right now. That can always change, but I want to give you an idea. Possible trade setup here looks good. Certainly something I'm going to observe. And I mean, what happens if we break below that low here, the November low? Not a disaster. It would simply fall back into this fourth wave, most likely. Bear in mind, this is just support. The invalidation point for the idea that a fourth wave has bottomed is down here at $188. You know? But either way, the reward to risk ratio is really good because it could take us, to 620 for all of wave 5. That's the what I would consider minimum target. Better, higher, 1313, 1336. Yeah, okay, we don't want to get too unrealistic, but they are sort of the, you know, let's say if we break to new all-time highs, the first main level to watch is 623. Yeah, that's my update about Biogen. Hope you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment, and subscribe. Yeah, and if you're interested in daily updates about the S&P 500, as well as regular updates about stocks, check out our S&P 500 and stock service. You'll find a link in the description. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye-bye.